placid garden, Jesus was praying, drops of blood sweating off his brow. The disciples asleep, but awakened by the sound of an approaching crowd. The traitor is near. They can hear the sounds of his feet. The betrayal will come with a kiss on the cheek. The Son of God, taken by a mob with swords and clubs, delivered to priests jealous and corrupt. Peter denies. 3 times he lies. Meanwhile, the council of priests are seeking false accusers, but there are none to be found. Jesus is innocent. In frustration, the high priest arose. Putting Jesus under oath, he said, "Tell us if you are the Christ, the Son of God." With eyes fixed straight, no hint of fear on his face, Jesus said, "You have said so. But I tell you, from now on, you will see the Son of Man seated at the right hand of power and coming on the clouds of heaven." "Blasphemy," the high priest spoke. "He deserves death," the council invoked. When morning came, the chiefs and elders gave feet to their sin. This was a battle they thought they could win, so they sat down and planned how they would get rid of him. With arms bound, they led him away to Pontius Pilate, who they planned to sway. "Are you the king of the Jews?" Pilate posed. Just one phrase came from Jesus: "You have said so." Amazed by his silence in the face of multiple accusations, Pilate was perplexed. He wanted nothing more than to be relieved of his station. The pressure was intense. The crowd was incensed. That ancient accuser, the devil, thought he was getting away with his plan. But Pilate was puzzled. Jesus was clearly an innocent man. Not wanting to decide, not knowing what to do, Pilate turned to the crowd. "Barabbas or Jesus, you pick between the two." They answered back, "Give us Barabbas, that's who we choose." "What then shall I do with Jesus who is called Christ?" With a deafening tone, the crowd yelled back, "Let him be crucified." Barabbas was freed. Jesus would bleed. Satan thought he had won, but all was not lost, not even close. Jesus knew where he was going. This was but one step in his journey to the cross. Jesus was the only character in this story who did not deserve punishment. Our great God suffered for the sake of those who were spitting in his face and plotting his death. Out of commitment to his covenant with humanity, he expressed his love by experiencing the trial that we all deserve. He took our guilty verdict and sentence of death, but the story isn't over. Let us focus this evening on the perfection of Christ and feel the grief of the earthly injustice he experienced. It was that injustice that made way for the justification that we have before our holy God.